Digital technologies transform the very foundation of how we live and also the way we go shopping. But how is it going to develop in the future? That is why we are all here. Well, I'm delighted to kick off today by introducing Martin Wild. Now, Martin is the Chief Innovation Officer of MediaMarkt Saturn Retail Group, and this morning he has brought a friend with him. It's Tom the Robot. So please welcome, put your hands together and welcome Martin and Tom.
You can hear me. Good morning. I'm honored to be here and to be the first speaker. As you heard, my name is Martin Wild. I'm from MediaMarkt Saturn Group. I'm based out of Germany, Ingolstadt, and I'm very honored to be here today to talk about the future of retail. And as you see, I brought a small friend, but he will have the stage a little bit after me. Before I start to talk about robots, I want to explain why we work with robots. A little background, we are Europe's largest consumer electronics retailer. We are not in UK, as you may know, but all across Europe we are very strong. We have been once disrupting this vertical with a supermarket for consumer electronics, opening up new stores with better prices, wider assortment. Times were very, very well, and you can imagine that change was not very easy because everything was running just perfect. And that is the reason why we as a company were a long time viewed as one of the dinosaurs of consumer electronics, because we did not adapt retail, online retail at all. So in 2011, we did not have any online business at all, selling consumer electronics. This is absolutely crazy. But we managed to change, and this is what I want to talk about. So we didn't see the consumer being connected, having all the information in his hands, having all the prices, all the assortment. Our old USPs, best price, best assortment, vanished overnight. What happened in our headquarters? Same as is happening still today in many companies. They did not believe this is true. They said this is not happening, or it will not be as bad, or they tried to find the plug for the internet. Everything total bullshit, but still there are companies out there who believe the digital transformation will not be as strong. Since you are here, I believe you are not part of this group, but maybe in home at your company there are people like that. Show them those pictures. I think they will understand, hopefully in a few years at least. Today we are fully omni-channel, no-line, multi-channel, whatever you call it. We are available on all channels, but this is only the base for the next level we are going to. You can see here some pictures of our actual stores. So we put a lot of effort into experience, give a consumer a very premium shopping experience. And we even achieved a lot of awards around our online multi-channel transformation. So apparently there has been discussions internally where we say, okay, we are good, now let's focus on the regular business, and my job is to make sure as Chief Innovation Officer that we never stop innovating and keep picking up speed. Because this whole digital transformation, which is still at the beginning, will change everything, not only retail but societies, and we want to be the partner, day-to-day companion for consumers. Because technology is picking up speed constantly, and I truly believe that we are only here. And there's many things to go. And even if it's already too fast for many people today, I think this is just the beginning. By the way, this is innovation in presenting technology. I don't know if you saw this, but I think it's a really cool feature to show on stage. You can buy in our stores, by the way. So if you come to Germany. So talking about transformation, I think we as a company need to be able and willing to transform over and over again as technology advances and consumers change with that. So talking about innovation, we innovate in 4 big pillars. First and most important, customer experience. How can we build better, more personalized shopping experiences for consumers in a digital world? Business operations, get more efficient, save time, save costs. New business models help us to grow and are there to disrupt if we don't pay attention. And apparently, having the right culture in the company is very important. Otherwise, you will not succeed in transforming all the time. And to make this happen, we decided to adapt a Silicon Valley-style experimenting way. So we now try fast and early new technologies, new concepts, sometimes working, sometimes not. But if we don't make mistakes, we will not learn. And what I'm telling you now are all pilots in an early stage where we try to see how the future could look like, because apparently nobody can predict, but I think there are some guesses we are working on. We love to work with startups because startups are much faster and much more efficient than big corporates. That's the reason why we launched in Germany a platform which is called Retail Tech, where we work with other retailers together and plug and play from the United States together to find the right startups. So we are looking for them. We want to pilot with them. We want to learn if their idea is really working. And apparently out of this learning, we can then scale or close it again. And we do it not our own. So with Plug and Play, we managed to bring Lidl, Kaufland, the fourth biggest retailer in the world, Aachener Grundvermögen, S. Oliver, Albert Heijn joining ANWR, Triumph, a few brands from Germany, but growing this because I think really it's about having innovation together and being more efficient, learning new technologies. And here is a list of a few startups we have been accelerating in the last year. Since we are live, it's now in total of 30, still growing. And I will talk about a few pilots now with the startups. So now coming to the future of retail, we are looking at a few very important technology trends that we believe will be very important for retail. One of them apparently is mobile. Mobile has been there for a long time. Maybe in 10 years from now, it's not there anymore because it will be taken over by AR. But still today is very important. It's the perfect enabler connection between on and offline. A few examples of things we are doing. We have seen that people online search for something and you get a result only a few seconds later. Think about the last time you went to a big store, you're looking for something. You have to find an employee who is not hiding from you. He has to know the product, he guides you there. It takes you a few minutes. Very bad compared to the online experience. So we built an application, you download, you install it, you search for a product, and we use, in this case, in Eindhoven, Netherlands, we use the LEDs in the ceiling to locate the mobile device on a 30 centimeter level and navigate the consumer to the product. It's like GPS, but very, very detailed, and as you know, GPS is not working indoor. One way how online experience can be transferred to the offline world. We have been launch partner for Google Pay in Germany, and as you know, Germany is still very, very cash-driven compared to the UK, but for us this was a very important step, and we took it one level further because we just, beginning of this year, we launched the first checkout-free consumer electronic store in Austria with a startup from London called MishiPay. They helped us to build this store completely from scratch in a matter of only 3 months. And this store is very, very different because it looks like a regular store, but there's no cashier, no automation, no machine. So you just download the app, you scan the product, there's an NFC tag on the product, you pay, the NFC tag is marked as paid, and you leave the store. Very, very easy, and a complete new way how consumers can interact. So we think having this mobile self-checkout will be a very, very important role in the future of retail. IoT will help us to get new data and apparently connect the offline experience. So we rolled out electronic shelf labels to all of our stores across all countries that help us to change the price by the push of a button. At the same time, it helps us to connect to the consumer, also again using NFC, and therefore gives us a complete new way to digitalize the offline shopping experience. Blockchain, very big topic. I don't want to talk too much today, but also blockchain can disrupt everything in retail, as we know. Now coming to the main topic of my speech today, artificial intelligence and robotics. I'm a very big fan of this area, and still, as you know, this is an area where many people are a little bit scared and some are really, really anxious. So a few things we are doing. Most of you know smart assistants, right? They come to our homes and they become a regular partner and maybe even somebody who will control the consumer touch point. And many people right now are in a mode where they say, yes, this is great, and others say, oh no, it will take away my job. Leave me alone. But we think we need to work with this new technology. So what we did, we launched in Germany as the first retailer a way that consumers can buy something on Google Home, which is probably not the thing you want to do in the morning when you wake up. But we said, let's try this new channel because voice is important. Apparently, we also try to bring this to our stores. And here you can see Tom in live, but I have him with me, so he will introduce himself. Hi, Tom.
Hello, Martin. Nice to see you again. Hello, everybody. My name is Tom, and I'd like to welcome you to the Tech.
Good morning. What are you doing, Tom?
I worked as a promoter in several Saturn stores. There I informed customers about drones or played Guess My Age with them, and I'm a great dancer and entertainer.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you have any other robot colleagues, Tom?
Yes. For example, there is my sister Pepper in Cologne. She is entertaining the customers with music and selfies. And there is Paul, my buddy from Berlin, Hamburg, Ingolstadt, and Zurich. He navigates customers to the products.
Oh, that's awesome. Can you dance for me, please?
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style.
Okay, now I have to go. Goodbye. Maybe we will see us soon in Switzerland at MediaMarkt Zurich.
Please, a little round of applause for Tom. So as you saw, Tom is a very, very small and nice guy, but we did it on purpose because apparently many people are a little scared and he really is very nice. Most people like to see him dance. When we built him, when we adapted him, I always said, no, dancing, nobody needs it, but people want him to dance all the time. That much that he has to go back to repair after a few months. So that's the reason why we're now looking for the next generation of hardware. But a very cool example. But I have a few more robots I want to talk about. We use robots also for the location of the products because today we do not know where the product is located. So we have a few robots using visual recognition, roaming around in the store, scanning the products and giving us insights of the product location and the shelf location, because this is constantly changing, and without having location of the product, it doesn't make sense to know where the consumer is because you need to link both together. You also heard about Tom already, that he has a sister. She's called Pepper, and Pepper is live now in Saturn Cologne. And even if she's not really very intelligent, people roam around her because she's also very nice looking, humanoid, and people just love her view. We are working with a few more robots. This one is called Cruiser. It doesn't look as nice as you can see, but he will be able to do much more. We are just building features and will hopefully deploy him in the next month. And I brought one more, our premium robot right now, and our premium robot is called Paul. He's built by a German startup, Mojin Robotics, and Paul won a few prizes. He was even big on TV, and Paul is able to fully autonomous guide a consumer to a product in a store. I brought a short video what Paul is actually doing today.
Hallo, Paul ist mein Name. Willst du ein Produkt suchen?
Ja,
Welches Produkt suchst du?
ich suche eine Drohne.
Du hast nach Drohne gesucht. Habe ich das richtig verstanden?
Ja,
Konsolen bringen?
ja, gerne.
Okay, the video should go on, but that doesn't matter. So you saw what Paul is able to do. Paul is now live in 4 stores in Ingolstadt, Zurich, Berlin, and Hamburg. He constantly learns, and we get consumer feedback and see what consumers really like, because the first use case is guiding them. He is also able to talk about a few jokes. He's able to promote some products that are new in the store, and he will more and more over time learn, maybe even to help the consumer to find the right product, to help him to select the right product. And here's a lineup of the robots we are working in, because as I said, I believe they will be very close to us, not far from today. The more and more they learn, the better we will accept them. And apparently it's important in the design, and you see many different designs, because sometimes people are scared, and therefore we also try different designs and different use cases to learn from there. But connecting to that is apparently AR and VR, because with AR we are able to do much more even without hardware. I'm a very big fan of augmented reality, and I don't know if you heard about this device. It just came out a few weeks ago, Magic Leap. It's an augmented reality device which we are right now evaluating and think how we can use it in our stores. And already 2 years ago, we built a first preview into the future. And here you can see Paula. Paula is the sister of Paul, and Paula lives only in the virtual world. So what we have done is build an experience where we showed consumers how the future of shopping could look like. They came into the store, we gave them a little HoloLens from Microsoft, and with Paula, Paula then took them on the hand, guided them through the store, and explained the product. A very cool way how the future of shopping could look like. And one important KPI, 75% of the people we showed this to said, yes, I would love to have this kind of experience shopping in the future. This is early, but this will be a really big game changer from my point of view. Now coming to virtual reality, and I know it has been overhyped 2 years ago. Now we are a little bit in a gap of disappointment, but it will come back. Maybe you all heard about Second Life a long time ago. There's a new version now, it's called Sansar, in virtual reality. If you haven't experienced it, try it out. It's a complete new experience, how the life could look like. And apparently we said, yes, we need to work there too, and therefore we launched also last year our first virtual reality shopping experience. And we decided not just to rebuild an existing store, which I think does not really make sense. Why should I copy the offline world completely in the online world? We built an apartment where consumers can experience our products. They can interact with them. In this case, he measures the TV. He can turn on the TV. He can watch a movie in virtual reality, and he can compare products. And we said, let's take it to the next level. And the consumer, in this case, is even able to bring in a human person as an avatar into the session. So you can see now in a second that there's somebody coming, helping the consumer to decide on the right coffee machine. Is this something that is driving sales today? No. It's like online shopping 1995 or 1996. But as you realized earlier, we were pretty late for the party, so now we want to be first. And that's the reason why we experiment with this technology. And in this case, we even build an experience on the planet Saturn, and in the end, you can throw away your stuff into space if you don't like it anymore. But surrounding this all, if you talk about the future of retail and technologies we use, I think it's everything around personalization, because technologies can help us to build hyper-personalized experiences we have not been able to tackle in the last years. Using AI, using the right channel, and getting all those data together can help us to really build a hyper-personalized shopping experience. And I think this will be the future of retail. If you ask me today, building experiences consumer don't even think about when they enter either a store, an online shop, or a mobile experience. So I hope I could give you a little overview of things we do. I could inspire you for the remaining 48 hours. And I would love to discuss, chat with you, and apparently stay connected, because I think the future of retail is great. There's no better time to be in this space than now. And I would love to innovate the future of retail together with you. Thanks very much, and enjoy the remaining 2 days.
Martin, thank you very much indeed. And Tom, we've just got a couple of minutes for some questions, and thank you for starting to use the Slido app. I'm sure we'll get really familiar with it. So first of all, let me just ask you, the challenges that people have said with voice recognition at the moment, are there many? How is it working?
Actually, the usage is pretty high. We were pretty astounded how many people really use the new applications. People that really convert and buy is pretty low still, right? Because many want to try it out. And I think it will come over time. Same like online shopping in the beginning days. And maybe this will not be the most important shopping channel, but maybe also interaction channel. So we are building much more use cases now, not only shopping, but it's a very interesting channel you should work on.
Okay, all right, that's wonderful. And just time for a couple of ones. So people want to know, did Tom buy the ticket to be here?
No, but I didn't buy one either.
No, you are our guest, so that's brilliant. And then let's just take one more question. In fact, that first question that came in about expanding to the UK, what are the plans there?
Not now.
Not now, okay, short and sweet, that's fine. And then you can see the question there, as long as the user has to physically wear glasses, Google's, don't you think that AR will go the same way as 3D TV? That's
Very good question. So I today believe that AR based on mobile devices will have very tough times. We all have experience is probably Pokemon Go, and you know that it's very tough to walk around like this, right? Now think about being in a store, having the mobile device, touching the product, very awkward, right? So therefore, I believe having a head-mounted device will change. Yes, it needs to become smaller, it needs to become like a sunglass, but since technology is moving so fast, and don't forget, 10 years ago, 11 years now, the iPhone was first iPhone was shown. And I believe it will not take a long time with 5G coming up, with edge computing getting faster, that the devices will get smaller, and I believe this has the possibility to take away the mobile screen out of our day-to-day life.
Okay, we must leave it there. I know you're coming back in a minute, but
Yes.
Martin and Tom, everybody, big round of applause.